Welcome back to Betty's channel. She's doing the do as always. Please give us a thumbs up, give us a like, give us a subscribe, drop a comment down below, tell us what you think. Anyway, today's episode will be split charger, finally fitting it, fingers crossed. Let's see how we get on. I've just extended the earth wire and the chassis wire with block connectors. So I'm now going to mount the split charger on the board. I've got to drill one more hole for this, one of these. Might even have to be a black wire because I've no red, because this will go to the split charger, and then there's another wire got to come from the split charger to the battery. Yeah, so we'll do that then. Put the black wire to the battery and the yellow wire to the chassis. All I've got to do now is put a fuse in this wire to go there, and then a fuse at the front, and connect the van battery up and see if it charges. When it comes to the fuses, clamp bolts are an 8mm head, and there's no way of putting, where's it gone, that cable in with the fuse. So what I'm going to have to do is use these eyelets I got the other day to sit in there like that, and I've just had to cut just the corner of the fuse box away, just to make it sit. Okay, so I'm going to have to do that, I think. Otherwise there's no way of getting the that thicker wire in. So I'll cut the other side off, that side, for the wire to the battery, and see how I get on. That's the fuse installed at this end. Just going to put the cover on it, and then cut to length to go to there. The fuse cover didn't quite go on, so I just put some insulation tape around it, then I'll be right. That's now ready to be connected to that. I'm going to go front of the van and connect the other fuse. And that's the second fuse in, so I've got to connect it to the starter battery and connect it to the larger battery, and then turn the engine on. My arse is like that. Insulator's connected to this battery and the starter battery. The voltage has dropped to 13 volts. So let's start the engine and see what's what. Right, the engine's running and that's charging now. So yay, split charger works, happy days. I'm just going to leave it running a bit, and that was 14.4 volts. So when I turn the engine off, that voltage should in theory drop. In theory, but we'll see. Turn Betty off, and the voltage has dropped to 13.4. So now the solar panels are going to be charging these batteries, so it works. So please, happy days, giddy kipper. With the split charger now being wired up and working, it means I can permanently now fix this panel to the wall once I've insulated and buried the back. So I'll just leave that for this episode, and I'm going to start on some. I'm going to try and hang the door, the third door, on that overhead cabinet. I'm just going to go around and put the block connectors onto the 3 wires that I need to wire up to the fuse box. Right before actually. Yeah, so that means I can, then that wiring's done, and then I can P-clip all the cables together, and then that's basically the wiring done in the van, other than what's going to come off the control panel for these switches. And if I do that, I've just done some plywood. If I do that, it'll be nice and tidy then. Light, neat and tidy. The only other large expense I've got here is the inverter, which I might have to wait till next month to get. Unless there's any company out there that wants to send me one like Edith City Or. I've got a charger inverter off in Betty One. Feel free, guys. I'll give you a shout out. Honestly, wouldn't mind a 2000 watt pure sine wave inverter, peaking at 3 or 4. That'll be good. Excellent. Thanks very much for that in advance. That's the fuse box all wired up for as many wires as I've got. Looks a hell of a lot better than Betty One. It's brilliant, but it looks neat and tidy, so I'm happy at that. Just need the inverter. Well, that's it for this episode of Betty 2's build. Got some wiring done, split chargers in and working, charging batteries with engine running. Didn't get round to doing the overhead cupboards. That'll be in the next episode because I've been very busy doing wiring. Thanks for watching. Give us a thumbs up, give us a subscribe, drop a comment down below, tell us what you think. But overall, keep doing what you do.